India is uneasy tonight, and for good reason. Saudi Arabia and United States have just reset their entire relationship, and the ripple effects are reaching New Delhi faster than expected. Washington is opening its doors, Riyaz is expanding its ambitions, and Pakistan is quietly but decisively moving back to the center of the new equation. This is The Pivot. I am FURQAN. For years, India believed that Middle East was its comfort zone. Strong relations with the Gulf, multi-billion-dollar trade, millions of Indian workers, and a belief that Arab capitals would naturally tilt towards New Delhi. But something has changed. Mohammed bin Salman's high-profile visit to Washington, the red carpet welcome, the major non-NATO ally status, F-35 discussion, defense alignments, all of this is signaling one thing: a strategic recalibration, and India is not at the center of it. Tonight, we break down what the Trump MBS reset means for Pakistan, for the region, and why India is watching with growing discomfort. Let's begin with the visit itself. 7 years after the last appearance, Mohammed bin Salman walks into Washington with full honors, no hesitation, no distance, no moral lectures. Just handshakes, smiles, and a complete revival of the partnership. Trump calls him, I quote, a respected leader and a long-time friend. The message is unmistakable. Saudi Arabia is back in Washington's inner circle. And with this visit, the ice of Biden years is officially over. The biggest headline: Saudi Arabia becomes a major non-NATO ally of the United States. Pakistan already holds this status. Now, Saudi Arabia joins the same club. For the first time in decades, both Riyaz and Islamabad stands aligned under the same American security umbrella. This single development is enough to unsettle New Delhi. Why? Because India's entire regional positioning depends on being the preferred partner for Washington and the Gulf. But the return of Saudi, Pakistan, US triangle changes the equation. Then come the defense signals. Saudi Arabia wants F-35 jets, the same class of aircrafts that India has been lobbying for indirectly through its partnerships. If Riyadh gets a fleet, it dramatically boosts Gulf's air power and cements US-Saudi defense interdependence for decades. And when Saudi Arabia modernizes, who train their forces? Who provides strategic advisory? Who already has deep military roots in kingdom? Pakistan. The point is not lost on Indian security establishment. Now, the uncomfortable truth for India. For years, New Delhi relied on two assumptions. Assumption 1, Saudi Arabia would remain neutral between India and Pakistan. Assumption 2, United States would dehyphenate both countries, treating each relationship separately. But the new political mood in Washington and the strategic warmth between Riyadh and Islamabad is threatening both assumptions. Let me put it simply. India fears that hyphenation is returning, not because Islamabad asked for it, but because the new US-Saudi defense architecture naturally places Pakistan back inside the core Gulf security equation. And India cannot match that. Not militarily, not theoretically, and not strategically. Then there is a Gaza factor. Saudi Arabia cannot rush towards Israel recognition, not while the war continues. Kingdom needs credibility in Muslim world, and the only Muslim nuclear power that carries strategic weight in these discussions is Pakistan. When the region heats up, Riyadh looks towards Islamabad, not New Delhi. India may offer trade, Pakistan offers security. And in the Middle East, security matters more than anything else. Now look at the Indian newsroom's reaction after the MBS visit. The tone says everything. A mixture of irritation, anxiety, and attempts to spin the narrative towards IMEC, India, Middle East, European Economic Corridor, and I2U2, India, UAE, Israel, and US, an alliance for tech, trade, and investment. But the reality is harsh. US-Saudi ties are rising, Pakistan-Saudi ties are rising, Pakistan-US ties are stabilizing. India is not central to this triangle. That is the discomfort New Delhi does not want to admit publicly. So, what does the MBS visit really means? For Pakistan, it means renewed geopolitical space, deeper defense cooperation with Riyaz and Washington both, and a seat in conversation that shape Middle East's future. For India, it means recalculation, reduced exclusivity, and a strategic triangle forming without New Delhi. The world is changing, the alliances are shifting, and the Gulf is once again providing that its security choices defines the balance of power in Asia. This is the new map of Middle East, and India is not drawing it. I'm Ali FURQAN, and this was The Pivot.